Hello and welcome to the next part of Danganronpa Another. Today we start the last class trial.
Trial 6, Trial 6, Trial 6. I've been literally buzzed about this since we stopped recording last week.
The investigation didn't have much to go on, so that can only mean that the class trial will be a lot more crazier than one would expect.
It's probably going to be so long, too.
I mean, in most Danganronpa games, you usually have an idea what could happen in the class trial. And now it's just like, we don't really have much to theorize here.
No. I mean, hell, we even have a mastermind and Monokuma himself participating in the trial this time, not as referees, so that's wild enough already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Should we check the truth bullets?
I recommend it because this trial's long.
Alright, Hopespeak Academy, 79th classroom. Generally speaking, it is Hopespeak Academy that selects one classroom per year, but the 79th class was admitted in the same year as the 78th class. This is because after the 78th class students entered the school, something happened. It was the intention of Hopespeak to cover up a certain incident by attracting attention and recruiting new students more quickly. Izuru Kamikura. The ultimate goal of Hopespeak Academy was to create human beings with all talents artificially by researching the talents of the students. Contrary to the wishes of the school, the completed Ultimate Hope caused an incident. Feeling that the experiment had failed, Hopespeak Academy expanded, and they will try to implement the Izuru Kamikura project once again. Yuki, you're not a victim of this, are you?
Oh my.
Biggest and most desperate event in the history of Hopespeak Academy? Yeah, I think we should know this.
I mean, yeah, if you've played the other Danganronpas, you'd see this.
Well, most desperate event in human history? Yeah. Pretty much.
Freaking Miss Junko Enoshima.
Freaking Junko Enoshima.
Why is she always involved? I'm gonna throw her. I'm so tired. Give me someone else.
Murder class life. Despair plan to further plunge the world into despair. That was to erase the memories of the 78th class of Hopespeak Academy, which were recorded as the surviving members, and cause them to kill each other, to have them live in a murder class life. This was in order to input terror, seeing the symbols of hope killing each other. And the Kisaragi Foundation, the ultimate despairs, were looking for people who would support their skills for them. They asked for aid from the Kisaragi Foundation, which is not widely exposed to the media. However, the foundation refused and fought against despair. They even thought of threatening the head of the foundation, who enrolled in the expansion as the ultimate inventor, as hostage, but decided to withdraw from their strong resistance. Ah yeah, this is a new thing, Ultimate Despair agents. Ultimate Despair was made from students from Hopespeak Academy, but rarely even among them there are agents working outside of Junko Enoshima's eyes. They are called Ultimate Despair agents. Among those agents, those who studied as freshmen at Hopespeak joined forces, and Junko Enoshima gave them a special mission. Monokuma in the IPR. When Monokuma in the information processing room pressed the button, another Monokuma appeared. According to Monokuma, the one in the IPR is called Operator Kuma, which Monokuma controls itself. Does that mean Monokuma only controls Monokuma? What in the world is this thing? And yeah.
You know, the fucking long, just whole room of Kumas. That's so funny to me. Just opens door, slowly closes it. That would have been my reaction. I'm like, y'all are cute, but absolutely not.
It wouldn't be pleasant, yeah.
Yeah.
But it said that it has a personality mix from humans by equipping it with the artificial intelligence called Alter Ego. If what he said is true, this Alter Ego was cloned from Junko Enoshima. Also in the RPR, the countless Monokumas that exist are simply robots. Memory Manipulator, a device capable of removing, modifying, and manipulating memories for a certain period of time. I don't know why I know this fact. Why do I know about this?
Oh, you know.
Hmm.
Oh, and all the Kisaragi notes.
Please let them not be used as truth bullets or... Oh wait, I do have the... Don't I have the thingy where the right truth bullet is loaded automatically now?
I think so. I think you did buy Kinjo's thing, so we do have correct truth bullets loaded.
Then I should not die. Thanks to
Yeah.
these stupid notes.
I mean, we also have infinite stamina too. Fuck for Kisaragi. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that that's only locked for chapter 5 and 6.
Gotta make life harder somehow.
I guess.
Someone's note 1. These are from the entered Hope Speak Academy. Accidentally heard from someone in the students' council that there was a massacre in Hope Speak Academy, but they may have heard it wrong, so they said they would be quiet. They also kept referring to the name Mikako over and over again. It seems that they were using a wire-trapping tool to investigate around the school. They said that 13 students from the council were massacred and some members of the council are missing. Note 3. This is about Mukuro. Yep. Note 4. The writer has stepped too deeply into the dark side of Hope Speak Academy and is suffering a lot mentally. It seems that Mikako's noticed it and they said that their father passed away in a note estimated sometime later. They said they have to go back to the hometown from the funeral and inauguration. Inauguration. Someone's note 5. The writer said that they would protect their friends. They also mentioned that the headmaster prepared a shelter, but the words didn't make much sense. It seems to be safe if they go to that place with their friends. They said they are suspicious, but Mikako tells them to trust in them. Thanks to her, they fought back. Still, a single mistake in judgment could put everyone's life in danger. Their feelings were vividly wavering. Ah, it's the thing you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Kisaragi family photo.
I kept giving you that for a reason. Because it's very important, this trial.
Seems yeah, that's the thing that they knew each other from childhood on. Memory storage device. According to an unidentified message from the computer in the headmaster's office, it appears there's a machine someone made based on sample data of memory manipulation device. It is said to elevate the damage caused by the MMD, but it was also said that there could be side effects and that small device was made to be an insurance. What's the true identity of this individual? Utsuro. Someone said in the headmaster's office. They said that Utsuro must be stopped, but I had no idea who the heck it was or how to stop them. The person in the computer said he is like a vaccine, but before he could say anything, the screen disappeared. What really was this thing? Can't really place this yet.
You're not supposed to in the first half of the trial, I promise. So don't. I'll tell you when it comes up. It's not important yet.
All right.
It's time.
Let's get our asses kicked.
Yeah. Now let's start with the explanation of this final class trial. In this class trial, we will discuss all the truths of this killing game school life. If you uncover all the purposes and means of the mastermind, including this killing school life, then students will be victorious. And they will be able to return home safely through the helicopter waiting outside. However, if you can't figure out all of them, you will all receive a harsh punishment, and the survivors come to 0. Your killing school life comes to an end. Oh, by the way, in this class trial, I am also participating in the discussion. Please treat me as a student, not the judge.
And surely this will be a fair trial?
Of course, there will be no such thing as slaughtering in the middle. Or refusing to admit defeat.
Take it easy, but not too much. We're going to find the truth and get out of here. Maida, I'm sorry, but not everyone will. Don't forget we have to punish those guys who made us do this and took the lives of innocents.
Oh, I'm so scared. Well, if you win, I won't stop you no matter what you do. Why does he sound so confident? It looks suspicious, too. I'm not confident at all. There's nothing suspicious. Actually, I'm not sure if we have to go this far, but Miss Tyra wants this. Monokuma, please don't tease them too much. Is everything in order now? Okay, Miss Tyra. Well, now you guys, let's discuss the truth now.
The discussion for the truth, a class trial to uncover the truth of all the events, has begun. What we investigated this time, and based on everything we've experienced so far, let's find out their reasons as much as possible. And we must win, or punish the evil mastermind and get out of here alive with my friends.
But if you suddenly ask us to discuss the truth... Confused on where to start? I thought you would be, so I prepared a question from my side.
Question?
It's not a discussion about a murder case, and the number of people is small, so I think it's better than talking randomly. Basically, you will answer the question I ask, and I will tell you on the spot whether the answer is correct. If you answer each question in this way, won't you be able to reach the truth?
It's not a bad plan. Start wherever you like.
Okay, so the first question goes like this. The identity of this place, where we are now. Since this is the most basic fact that it's connected to the truth...
The identity of this place we are in now. There's nothing to think about too long, because we've known for a while now. The identity of this place is...
Time for anagram.
Alright, let me just...
It's just like, hey, have it right at the start. So rude.
Yep, gotta switch the screen to see the answer. I don't think I need to read the explanation.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
If you know the controls, I don't think you need to.
Yeah, it's just blasting whatever comes on the screen, so...
Yeah.
Alright. Really?
You can't put Inori and Kakeru right next to Yuki on the screen near the end of the game. You can't do that to me.
Alright. Oh, it's one of those...
that bitch is moving.
Yep.
It's moving. There we go.
Man, and all of them too.
You got it, Rina's.
Don't wanna... Me.
I hate this game. It's so mean.
Alrighty. Next is this weird thing. Wherever it is blue.
Nice. Means it needs more hits, I think.
Probably. Ah, the yellow one. This...
I think it's that green one.
Yeah.
And looks like a house. Yeah, that one.
Looks like house.
And it went away!
It's alright, we only have one left. It's going better than last time.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out if we bought a skill that helped with this or not.
Maybe it's
'Cause I
because
don't remember what skills we grabbed.
Maybe it's because the cursor doesn't shake as much anymore.
Oh, that could be why. There it is.
It's kind of unfair.
Oh, that... For it to go down there? Yeah, what the fuck? It's rude.
Alright.
Nice. And now we move on. Listen, Flash Anagram hard. Shut up about the points.
The identity of the place we are in now. At first, everyone believed that it was Hope's Peak Academy, but that wasn't true. The true identity is a laboratory owned by the Kisaragi Foundation. The exact name is the third Kisaragi Laboratory. The board near the entrance was almost erased, so I couldn't read it properly, but it seems that it is a research center mainly for software and brain research. What's even more surprising is the fact that this lab is not located in a central city, but it is located on an island surrounded by the sea on all sides. We were moved to a place like this without our knowledge. Yeah, the view beyond the 5th floor door that I saw when I investigated it. It was definitely shocking. I didn't know whether or not it was Hope's Peak Academy, but I would have never guessed it to be this far away. Then, the fact that you guys know that means the door to the outside has been opened. Well, except for the fact that it was an island and the exact name, I had already predicted this a long time ago.
Immediately after leaving the ballroom, Mikaru explained it to us.
Well, I also made some guesses based on the traces of the Kisaragi Foundation everywhere, and the research facilities that cannot be seen as school facilities, although there was no corroboration. Yes, the door to the outside. That door on the 5th floor reminded me of the structure of this building. The place we thought was the 1st floor was actually the 4th basement floor. The place we thought was the 5th floor was the real 1st floor, connected to the ground. I remembered before coming here. After Uehara found Maki's phone, it was only natural that it came out as a range from signal. Yeah, true. It was in the middle of an unknown sea, and the place we tried to call it at the time was the 1st floor of the student dormitory. Meaning on the 4th floor basement.
That's the right answer. This is the 3rd Kisaragi Research Lab. I think it was a facility built for artificial intelligence research when the Kisaragi Foundation was around here. It seems that it has been neglected for a long time because it has gradually declined since the 2nd CEO took over, and it has become obsolete. Oh, and the structure is also correct, but to be precise, it's not a one-story building. It's been through a bit of remodeling. Isn't the courtroom an observatory that's about 4 stories high?
True.
Originally, there was an elevator going up only.
How do you know so much about the subject even though you're not a person from the Kisaragi Foundation? It's not surprising, because I know that much too. No, you guys also originally knew. Past sense? That means... Kisaragi himself informed us. The one who brought us here in the first place.
Hey, Kinjo, stop. Leave it until there. Even if your memories have returned to you alone, don't go too far, the game won't be fun, right?
Game? Don't make me laugh, you rotten bitch. Wasn't it you who told me my ban was lifted when I arrived to the trial? Besides, this isn't a trial on a murder case. It's just a trial that uncovers the truth. The sense of a game is to be enjoyed alone.
Oh, this is entertainment. Didn't I tell you? Originally, I could have disposed of all of you without having to do any of this, but I only gave you a chance to tell me the truth through my promise for them, and entertainment. You have to obey the rules, and have a sound trial on both sides. And if you don't follow the rules, it's no fun, you know?
What? Are you threatening me now? This is a joke. If this is the case, this isn't a fair trial anymore, is it?
I am doing this for you. You see, there are people who get confused when Kinjo goes too far ahead. It can't be. Kisaragi brought us here? But the Kisaragi Foundation... Huh? Yeah, she made a valid point.
Yes.
He's not happy. Don't forget, this is a class trial. It's important to clear up with order and agree with everyone's opinion. And fluttering around that memory of yours alone is like claiming that you found the culprit without any clues and just went around cheating.
I don't mean to take her side, but I would like to ask this from my side as well. I sometimes wonder how far the truth can be reached only with the information we found out. Alright. But if you're stuck, don't hesitate to ask for help. Because there must be information not only the one who regained the memory knows.
So that's all. Let's go slow, because there's still plenty of time here. So how far did we go? You were only told that this place was the Kisaragi Research Lab, Miss Tyra. That's right. This is the third Kisaragi Research Lab. It was not Hope's Peak Academy. Then, why are you, the students of Hope's Peak, at this research center in the middle of the sea?
Whether it's a game or entertainment, we're also getting to know them. Somehow, I feel like this was predetermined. But even so, we're getting closer to the truth. The reason we are at the Kisaragi lab. Let's discuss this. Non-stop debate. I think we know the drill.
6 trials in, you would think so. I do like how much they change up the tracks for this trial, though.
Phew, that's a lot of truth bullets, but we should have the right one, right? Ah, yeah.
Yep.
Memory manipulator.
There it is. Why are you, who must have been at Hope's Peak, here?
Well, the last memory we had right before we were in Hope's Peak, it was the day of the... blah. Yes, we've been erased from our memories after that.
But in common sense, they only remove certain memories. Such a method can't exist, right? How can you erase the memories of 15 people at once? They were going kind of fast there, good god.
Yeah.
Especially with how long that text is, hello?
I do not appreciate it if the text is sideways.
I hate it. Like, at least, like, if you're gonna do it like that, like, do a block text next to it so that it's, like, upright, but, like, it's in block, you know? Then I could deal with it. But, like, I prefer not, you know?
Some kind of machine. Wouldn't it be possible if you used something like that?
Machine? What machine?
That I'm not quite sure. A machine capable of removing, modifying, and manipulating memories for a certain period of time. Maybe. What's wrong, Maida? Nothing. I just felt dizzy. Anyway, wouldn't it be possible to erase our memories using such a machine?
Even if you say it was a machine, what kind of machine is it? Are you talking about fantasies, Yuki? Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but somehow I just... Huh? Why? Why did I naturally think this idea was correct? Are you okay? You seem nervous. Do you not feel well? Ah,
I love her.
yeah, Queen is checking in. It's not like that. I was just saying what I was thinking. There's no actual proof. If there's any confirmation, there is, Maida. Huh? As Maida said, there's a machine capable of wiping our memories.
Eh? Really?
You guys don't know because you've lost that memory, but I saw it in my hazy consciousness just before I lost my memory. A gigantic mechanical device that swells up in my head. Was that maybe the huge shadow behind that information processing room?
Oh, in the room with the Monokumas?
Ah,
Huh. Okay. Yeah, because Yuki did say that he saw something that was like in the dark back there, but his focus was on the sheer army of Monokumas in front of him. Which, God, me too. I would have only focused on that as well.
same, yeah. I can't say for sure because it was dark, but I think that's probably true. What's certain is that the mastermind clearly used a memory erasing machine, as Maida said.
I'm surprised. I didn't think there was a machine like that. If it wasn't for Kincho's testimony, I'm sure I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, it is surprising. But rather than a machine, it's more surprising that Maeda mentioned that machine. True.
She does have a good point.
What? You don't usually think of such absurd thoughts first, do you? Still, Maeda answered right away without thinking of any other possibilities, which is quite amazing. That's... well... I'm not sure. Somehow I just thought that first. When something like that came out, it made me dizzy. Maybe Maeda's memories are slowly coming back.
His memories are coming back?
If my memory is correct, that woman, Akane Taira, did that. The machine was still in the prototype stage, so there are some uncertainties. My memory came back, but it's not in a perfect state. Is that right?
Well, the chatter seems to be getting a bit long, but anyway, that's the truth. The one I use for you is called a memory manipulation device. Since there is no official name for it. In the past, the machine was used by a certain student while improving it. I was also taken back, so I don't know the details of this part.
I'm feeling a bit squeamish, but I can keep going. The reason we were brought to Kisaragi Lab must have something to do with that erased memory. Wait, there's something I would like to know before that. To be able to manipulate memories, Akane Taira, did you erase your own memory?
Yeah.
That's still doubtful, but at the end of the class trial you said something out of context. It was hard to live without thinking about them. Besides, Monokuma said, "Are you back?" It feels like her personality completely changed since she's been acting so far. I can't explain that kind of purpose erasing your own memories. The only problem is that, If that happens to be part of the plan, the future becomes unclear as a result for the mastermind.
I was going to explain this a little later, but it can't be helped. As Mikaru just said, I erased my own memories.
Was that really worth it? Was that really it? You don't have any idea, do you? I don't know what your purpose is, but if you erase your own memory, you won't even know your original purpose, right?
That's because, in the first place, my memory had nothing to do with the purpose. Just as my memory is back now, I've also prepared the keyword to get my memory back, just in case.
That's true.
Well, that's how it roughly happened, anyway. I'm done with my story. We're going to finish talking about me, right?
Still, she really erased her own memories. That's why she used the expression, "this is the real me." But I don't know why. What's the benefit of doing such a thing?
Why did I do that? If you look closely, my memories don't really matter to me. It would be bothersome to consider the number of issues later. If you've forgotten where you're supposed to be talking, I'll help. Erasing your memories is the aftermath of using a memory manipulation device. And I even said that those lost memories have something to do with why you're here.
Noisy. Even if you don't say anything, I know.
Anyway, when we woke up, the fact that we were in Hope's Peak Academy or the Kisaragi lab means that we were already in this place before we lost our memories?
That's the way it is, isn't it?
Then, isn't something weird? If we hadn't been kidnapped, I don't think we would have come to such a strange place just because we were crazy.
No, maybe the premise that this is a strange place is wrong.
What?
Didn't she say it a while ago? That they did some remodeling? In other words, it's possible that this Kisaragi lab was modified to imprison us from the beginning. It's not a possibility, it's about being right. Isn't it crazy that the lab looks like a school? Besides, the surveillance cameras equipped with guns and various machines we saw at the time of execution can only be seen as the latter case. Not only that, we've always been suspicious of the Kisaragi Foundation because this place we went to was the Kisaragi Foundation's lab. On the contrary, the Kisaragi Foundation might have been the ones protecting us.
No, but...
It's not just speculation. Many clues have already been found. Just as we heard from Kinjo, Kisaragi was originally our classmate. Contrary to what we thought, he might have been in a position to fight against the mastermind. Teria, do you want to hurt me?
Baby boy, I love you, but shut up!
Why?
Okay. Listen, he has the hardest time keeping up, so it kind of makes sense, but god damn it. Well, wait a minute, Yuki, aren't you getting too ahead of yourself?
Teria, is there something you want to object to?
Of course! I did my own investigation too. I mean, I've tried to do my own reasoning, but... Looking at what we found, I can't believe that the Kisaragi Foundation is innocent. That is what I believe. If I'm wrong, then please convince me with no doubts left.
Please tell me I'm getting the right truth bullet immediately.
I don't know if it applies to this. Let me... I think we're on point 3. Alright, I know what the answer is. It's alright. If you get stuck, just ask me.
I hate
We have infinite stamina.
this minigame.
We have infinite stamina now, so hopefully it doesn't take our hearts instead.
Alright, I have come to hate this minigame enough that I know the controls.
I'm sorry, Rina, it'll be over soon. Trust me, there is a minigame in 2 that will infuriate you as much as this one, and it is the, it's like this one, but evolved.
Don't threaten me with a worse time.
No, don't worry, it's notoriously bad across the board. Everyone who has played 2 hates that minigame.
Meh. Alright, Teria. Alright.
I know because I've investigated 2. The Kisaragi Foundation being suspicious isn't the only one. But they were fighting the masterminds. Aren't you overthinking too much? If you just look at the technology used in the killings so far, even if it's not directly connected to the mastermind, the possibility of supporting the mastermind is still there.
I admit that the Kisaragi Foundation is suspicious, but do you really have any relationship with the mastermind? No, the clues I found during the investigation support the fact that it wasn't the case. If I think about it, I'll definitely have an answer. Come on.
There it goes.
Phew. Alright, we survived that one with 6 hearts. Holy shit.
Yay! I wasn't too worried.
Teria, that's not it. The Kisaragi Foundation didn't support the mastermind. There's evidence of that on the computers in the electrical room of the second floor dormitory. Just as Teria said, the mastermind singled out the Kisaragi Foundation. But the Kisaragi Foundation refused to cooperate and fought against them.
I know that too. But that only means they couldn't cooperate voluntarily. I can talk in this fucking voice, I swear to God. Maybe they were forced to follow them, right? That data also contained contents that they threatened to take their successors as a hostage.
It is, as you say, Teria. But didn't you read to the end? It's clearly written there that they were going to keep their hands off from the Kisaragi Foundation considering their profits and losses. In addition, there's another reason why the mastermind doesn't need to seek help from the Kisaragi Foundation. It is obvious if you look at the technology used by the mastermind. They've received some help somewhere, but not from the Kisaragis. That means they already received aid from somewhere else. There must have been evidence that is... it's the Toa stuff. Toa stuff. Toa.
I think it's mentioned under Monokuma. Like, I think the Toa, whatever, is mentioned under Monokuma. Not this one, the other Monokuma
yeah,
point.
this one.
Yes.
And that's because the mastermind has already received cooperation from someone else other than the Kisaragi Foundation.
A different source?
I heard it from the display in the information processing room, but there was information about Monokuma. According to that information, the place where Monokuma was made was in Towa City. From Towa Group, a robot built with technology. Towa? Unlike the Kisaragi Foundation, no one knows about them. I don't believe it either, but it was mentioned carefully. Because they got the cooperation of the Towa Group, there was no need to threaten or seek the help of the Kisaragis.
I can't believe it. There were several chain stores subcontracted to Towa City and to Tori Mart. I'm sorry, but what Maida said is true. We have no contact with the Kisaragi Foundation. All the necessary technology was lent by the Towa Group.
Ah, Towa. I miss them.
So, there's nothing strange about saying that the Kisaragi Foundation was actually the one who protected us.
Wait, then. All the evidence for those claims is all that Akane prepared, right?
I mean, that's a valid... It's a valid
I had
concern.
trouble reading that sentence. Yeah.
It's a valid concern, but also we don't have the, we don't have the resources to doubt them.
Yeah, it's true. Because Akane has her memories back, Kinjo has her memories back. Monokuma can only tell the truth because Akane's sitting right there, and she's telling him to tell the truth. So we have 3 sources of information here, and it looks like Maida's slowly getting his memories back, so, like,
There's a possibility that everything was manipulated.
That is not likely.
Huh?
How many times did I tell you that this trial is fair? Besides, there's no benefit for us doing that. At the start, I said that this trial itself was like a bonus stage, but if you keep suspecting and doubting, it will get difficult, won't it?
I don't know about the Towa group, but I can attest that the Kisaragi Foundation is innocent. You don't have to worry about anything.
Okay, let's say the okay, let's say the Kisaragi Foundation wasn't on the side of the mastermind. But if not, then why are we in their laboratory? I don't understand that. What does Kisaragi Foundation have to do with us in the first place? If it's not for the mastermind, why are they related to us?
I mean... That's obvious. There wasn't just one point of contact between us and the Kisaragi Foundation, was it? He was a freshman in the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy, like us. I mean, Yamato Kisaragi. When Kisaragi showed up after we lost our memories, he was so mentally withdrawn that he couldn't talk with us properly. But from what I've heard, he was so unstable that he couldn't communicate properly. At this point, of course, I think all of you will know, but Kisaragi never had such a handicap when he was in school. Before he lost his memory, he was a rather a leader kind and a lively guy. More than anyone else. What happened to the guy who got into such a state? I don't know that either. Maybe it was the aftermath of the amnesia.
No, hold on. I know that Kisaragi was a classmate, but that's all there is to it? It's not even my family, but this whole family was associated with us?
Family? Looking back, it seems that there was a student who was more than just a classmate with Kisaragi and was very close. I must have found clues related to that in my investigation. That clue is... the photo.
Yes.
God, there's so much evidence.
Yep. All those fucking notes.
Yeah.
Teoria, what if there really was a close relationship connection?
What do you mean?
Didn't you see it in the headmaster's office? The picture of Kisaragi's childhood.
That group picture? Of course I saw it. What's that about?
That girl who was photographed there is Kurokawa.
Eh? That was Kurokawa?
Why are you so surprised? If you just look at it, just look at that girl. It's her, isn't it?
No, but she's too different, isn't she? I can't even imagine seeing Kurokawa smiling so brightly like that. Baby girl.
That's certainly true. No matter what memory loss is, the Kurokawa we know today was a dark and gloomy student. And she rarely spoke. Originally, seeing the picture for the first time, I wouldn't have been convinced that the girl in the picture was actually Kurokawa. But why did I think it was Kurokawa without any doubt?
Baby girl.
Yep. Was it because I saw something like that in my dream? But it must have been a dream. At least to me, I've never seen Kurokawa like this. Still, why? It's not unreasonable for you to think that way, but like I said before, Kurokawa had a very bright personality. And just like Maira said, Kisaragi was very close with her. They basically grew up together.
I spoke directly to Maida about this. Kurokawa lost her own family when she was young and was abandoned on the streets. The Kisaragis who found her took her in, and she was raised alongside Yamato. Hanzo Kisaragi, the president of Kisaragi Foundation at the time, and Yamato's father, can be said to be a mentor figure to Kurokawa too. Likewise to Kisaragi and Kurokawa, they were really close growing up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, they really push it, but like, basically in that, like, going back to what I said like a video or two ago,
Yeah.
like, that explanation right there is the definition of what a throwaway child is. So there was no adoption present here. They're just childhood friends that grew up together in the same house. Happens all the time over there. Anyway. Well, looking at the two of them normally, it seems that Kisaragi, you were... Seems like to Kisaragi, you were very close. Isn't that right, Kinjo? Yeah, they were very close too, so the three of them grew up together.
Don't talk to me so casually, you criminal. As for the other students, I don't know, but to Kisaragi, Kurokawa was his childhood friend. Kurokawa's reaction to the Kisaragi Foundation was proof of that.
So you're saying the Kisaragi Foundation really protected us?
There's a reason for that, but this is all I can say. During our school life, we all had a close relationship. So I think that even with someone other than Kisaragi, we still would have supported each other.
Because there was a lot of people who were hurt and hungry for love. That's some serious shade you're throwing at him there, Akane.
Yes, yes it was.
That was really funny, actually. I had to swallow it to be able to get that out.
Boy oh boy. You are the exception. I hate myself for speaking kind to you in the past. There are clues that the Kisaragi Foundation protected us, but would it really be okay to hold for a minute before that? As Kinjo said earlier, that Kurokawa was originally like that, like Kisaragi, that she had a bright personality. Those two, they probably didn't have their own memories erased properly.
Huh?
I thought of that too. In the case of Kurokawa, she even tried to tell us about the mastermind in her last moments. I doubt that it was blurred memory. Why didn't they tell us at first? She couldn't. They couldn't.
They could not.
Why were they a special exception?
Well, I don't know. Go on and guess it.
Did Kurokawa and Kisaragi really know everything? But how? I have a feeling that something is coming up in my mind. Let's talk about this with everyone and think about it more deeply.
I love that the tracks keep changing.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Remix. Oh boy.
It's very, very good.
I'm glad
That's
I don't...
fine. We have the auto load, which is why I kind of nudged you to get it, because I knew how these are gonna go.
Why couldn't the memory of those two be erased? Did you prepare something in advance?
No, that's not certain, right? If their memory wasn't erased, it would be strange for them to not speak up at all.
If they really knew and stay quiet, then maybe the two of them were in a mastermind side.
Eh?
It was a joke. Such a chance doesn't exist. Still, it would be difficult to know that the two of them had something we didn't have. Alright, Mikaru.
Yeah.
All of us were wiped out cleanly, but Kurokawa and Kisaragi's memories were not erased. Is it possible that only they had their memories not taken? If it's possible, what method did they use? They mentioned before that our memories were erased by a machine called memory manipulation device. If there's a way to not be affected by that machine, it might be possible.
This infinite stamina thing is my favorite fucking ability. Thank you, Kisaragi.
Yes. Consent.
Yeah. Yeah!
I love that she smiles.
Hmm.
The smuggest look ever.
She is very pleased.
Yes. She's like, yes. Yes, incompetent, you've done good.
A memory storage device. What? A device that minimizes the damage of the memory manipulator based on samples of memory manipulation devices. Kurokawa and Kisaragi used that machine, didn't they?
What is that thing? Was it something you just imagined about?
It's the first time I've heard of such information. Maeda, where did you learn this? In the headmaster's computer. After the investigation was over, as I was going down to the first floor, I found the computer turned on. Someone's voice in the computer told me about the storage device. That's something I don't trust. I also checked the computer of the headmaster, but it was in a state where the power was not being supplied at all. You said it was turned on and you heard someone's voice. Are you sure it wasn't just a dream? I don't believe it either, that such a machine exists, but I didn't hear it wrong. I'm sure the computer's voice told me that information. And besides that, there was also another thing. Uh-oh.
Yuki, are you okay? It sounds like you're wobbling.
Yeah, the discussion comes first. I'm not certain, but could this information explain that Kurokawa and Kisaragi's memories were still intact? That said, I think it's too much to fit in. No need to worry, Mikaru. The information Maeda said is probably true. Is it really? I think Kisaragi vaguely mentioned it. I didn't know what he was talking about at the time, but if he had been preparing for his memory erasure since then...
Alright, I think we've come to a rough conclusion. Kurokawa and Kisaragi were able to avoid complete amnesia by using the memory storage device.
You're gonna admit it right away? Yeah, she wants you on track.
It's actually a little early, but it doesn't really matter. Moreover, the trial cannot proceed when there is a difference in opinion. Kisaragi didn't know how to do it, but he made a similar device based on the data he obtained on the memory manipulation device. It was a device that could resist the amnesia.
Wait, Kisaragi made a device to resist amnesia. Does that mean he knew you guys would erase our memories? Why is that? And if he knew, why did only those two use the memory storage device?
I'll talk about that a little later. Could you please stop cutting to the chase? Anyway, using the device, Kurokawa and Kisaragi didn't lose their memories as you might expect. But because it was made hastily and was just a unfinished product, side effects were present in the device.
Side effects?
That's right. The voice inside the computer said that there may be side effects.
And the side effect was so fatal that it could not be ignored. The side effect is called speech disorders. Well, maybe. It is a guess. It was Kisaragi who made the machine in the first place, and there's only 2 of them who used it. I'm not a genius, so I don't know much about machines and stuff.
There was that too. Kurokawa's strange speech was slow, with few words, and Kisaragi's strange language was odd.
It was a side effect of the memory storage.
That makes sense.
Besides, the side effects don't end there. There seems to be some individual differences. But the 2 of them had a few more. Kurokawa, for instance, dynamic emotional change, and Kisaragi lost his personality.
So then, what Kinjo said, that Kurokawa was originally a bright person.
It's true, Kurokawa was such a bright person even in class.
I mean, it is really scary what untested inventions that infer with something in the brain can do to you.
Yeah, it's a yikes. Joy, sadness, anger, love, all of her emotions were incapable of expressing themselves due to the side effects.
Then, Kisaragi.
Monokuma said there's an abnormality with his brain. That was the side effect. The original cheerful personality was gone. And his personality was twisted as if he had a mental disorder. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that word, I'm changing it.
That's alright.
That? A machine that prevents amnesia, but makes people's emotions and personality disappear?
Yeah, at this point I think it would have been better if they didn't use it.
Yeah, again, this is like a rough, like, machine translation with, like, filling in the blanks. So there's a lot of inaccuracies here that we've seen already. So, like, as needed, I just changed shit around to make more sense. Well, as I said before, I'm not good with machines. Because there were so many unknown things about the human brain.
Wait, it's strange for something like this to happen. Kisaragi returned to normal for a brief moment, and Kurokawa also spoke even more at the final trial.
I'm not sure about that either. If you think about the headaches Kurokawa often felt, they were probably the pain from burning in your own head. She must have overcome the side effects to do it. That's what I can guess. So she was enduring the headaches from emotional spikes in order to just... baby girl. That's why she was literally just dying when she saw Yamato, because 1, she recognized him, and 2, she was, like, relieved and happy to see him, but, like, enough to where, like, it was hurting her. That scene hurts more now.
It must have also somehow cursed some kind of barrier between the usual stuff and the memories that were erased.
Yeah. Do you all remember? The 2 of them were complaining of headaches when trying to remember something that at an important moment.
That was the aftermath of forcing you to ignore the side effects?
I can't 100% prove it, though. But this I can be sure of. Pain continues to happen when you keep ignoring the warnings of the side effects. Your body sends you, and if you don't obey the commands, the brain sends you... What? That's what they said. The brain cells that could not overcome their host would make them die in the end. Very twisted and dark.
Yeah. They said... Who said that to you?
Kisaragi. Well, I eavesdropped there. Then, when Kurokawa suddenly spit blood and died, the fact that Kisaragi exploded on his own, you mean it was all because of that?
I don't think the exploded thing was...
You are correct. It is something a little different. But the Kurokawa thing is, yes.
Yeah. Kurokawa's death was certainly unnatural. Her hair suddenly bursting from the inside without any signs. It was the aftermath of the side effects.
If your memories were fine until a while ago, why would you not want to say anything to them? You might think that, but it's actually the other way around. Kurokawa always tried too hard to tell the truth every minute, every second. In the aftermath of amnesia, the memories related to our school life to come out of her voice. My god, it must have been a horrible headache just thinking about it. You must have seen a lot of Kurokawa's headaches from time to time. Why did you do that? If she hadn't tried to recall her memory and tried to tell the truth, she wouldn't have felt pain, right?
Such a thing. Damn it! Kurokawa!
Yes, that was it. Because Kurokawa was nice and kind. She always tried to do it for everyone. Apart from Kurokawa, what happened to Kisaragi? You said her brain was overheating, but Kisaragi died with a hole in his chest. Wasn't this someone's intention? Mekaru, I think I know the cause. You do?
Yeah, he does.
Kisaragi's chest was destroyed like a bomb exploded, and there was information about the storage device that was assumed to be the cause of this outcome.
Do you remember when Akane rehashed the case in the dining room?
Yeah?
That about what did Monokuma use to set it off?
A bomb.
Close. What triggers a bomb?
Usually different things. Movement, time,
Neither of them could move.
or a small
Because of the,
detonator.
Yes. It was a very fine detail that I'm kind of annoyed that they put in here because there was such a brief conversation before the investigation itself.
Yeah. The voice in the computer I heard about the storage device added one thing. The voice also mentioned side effects, and in order to prepare any possible side effects, they said they made a small detonator that exploded with an external signal.
That's right, that was brought up too. It was very brief though.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
That's fair.
Detonator? There was so much noise that I couldn't understand everything, but they told someone to kill them if anything happened as a result of the side effects. I was unconscious at the time of Kisaragi's death, so I don't know if what Maeda said is true, but I think the voice in that computer was Kisaragi himself.
Wait a minute, but Kisaragi is dead, right?
My guy, recordings exist. It must have been pre-recorded, or something like that. It's a clue that Taira Akane left to investigate anyway.
No, to be honest, I'm new to this information. That's what I said, didn't I? I think it might be a little early for this.
What? Then how did Maeda hear this? It shouldn't be a lie to hear the exact words.
Well, it doesn't matter, right? It's not a big deal. Anyways, just as Midas said, Kisaragi made a detonator and installed it on himself and Kurokawa on purpose. At the time, they were not sure about the side effects, so they literally put insurance on them.
From here on, I'll explain. Kinjo said I was the one who killed Kisaragi after the trial. But in truth, the culprit is Miss Kurakawa. This device was never made by me. The detonator was made by Kisaragi, but it was Miss Kurakawa who installed it.
I mean, makes sense. You can't install that stuff on yourself.
I'm kind of annoyed that this is how they pin her, though, as, like, the criminal. Like, yes, okay, I get it, but, like, she didn't remember anything! I mean, she kind of did, but, like, I hate this.
Since Kisaragi was killed by the bomb Miss Kurakawa mounted, the culprit was Miss Kurakawa all along. But you still set it off, you piece of shit!
What the? That's nonsense! Yeah, thank you, Teria. Me too.
No, it may sound far-fetched, but if you follow the rules of the class trial, then the bomb is the weapon. If Kurokawa was the one who installed that bomb, then the culprit would naturally be Kurokawa. That's the conclusion of the story.
Yeah, you fools, I never lied!
But who gave the signal?
He did press the button himself, but, like, I'm kind of annoyed that it still counts as her being the killer. Because yes, she did install it. She just didn't set it off, but she mounted it. So I get what he's saying, but I'm mad about it.
It sounds like bullshit to me.
I'm annoyed that it follows the rules of, like, culprit shit, but it's annoying, but he's right. And I'm really mad.
That's like saying someone who left a gun at some place is the killer, when the person who used the gun is the killer.
I agree with you. I think this is BS, but I'm annoyed that he's right.
Man. The question is, who detonated the bomb? Maeda clearly said that the detonator explodes with an external signal to kill them, meaning that the bomb doesn't explode until it gets a signal.
That's...
Bull crap.
Yeah.
Even if it was Kurokawa who installed the bomb, if it was someone else who sent the detonation signal, wouldn't the theory of Kurokawa being the culprit a little strange?
This is fucking Schrodinger's cat argument.
That was... Don't be fooled by the past! I'm done talking about this now!
Smells like bullshit.
Agreed.
You still don't even know why you're in the Kisaragi Foundation. So hurry up and discuss!
Monokuma, the gallery is getting tired, so just shut up.
Gee.
I love Spare Kane a lot.
Man.
Still, there's some truth in Monokuma's words. The topic of conversation was increasingly related to the last incident. I've told you a few times. Kisaragi's murder case is nothing, so please move on from it. Rather, what you're supposed to do is find out the truth of the killing school life, right? How did you find out why you joined the Kisaragi laboratory?
Changing the topic. Huh. But what you said is true. In any case, in order to win and escape from this trial, we need to know the overall background. Now, let's figure out step by step, starting with what's in front of us. Yeah, you even said that the Kisaragi Foundation wasn't on the side of the mastermind, right?
Still, the Kisaragi Foundation is good, and Kisaragi, the successor of the Foundation, was our classmate. And we know that Kurokawa was living at the Kisaragi household. There's really no way to know exactly what happened and why we're in this situation.
No, Teria, that's not necessarily the case. To answer that woman's question, we started discussing about the Kisaragi Foundation, but there were clear clues about the situation before we lost our memories.
You lie! Where's that?
You really are an idiot until the end. Did you even do your investigation? Are you wearing your eyes for decoration? No? If you're like that, your brain is the problem. Just die. This is frustrating already. This was fun to voice.
I adore her! She's such a raving bitch. I love her so much.
Yes.
Oh my god. She always takes me out with how mean she is.
Ugh. It's been a while since you poured out a complete set of venomous words. There's no need to say something so harshly.
It was a full
I don't-
combo.
It was. And also, Teria, my boy, you are small but dumb of ass. I'm sorry.
Yes. Calm down. I can answer if it's frustrating. It's because the clue was for everyone to see in the headmaster's office.
Headmaster's office? Aren't there only random meaningless notes in the office?
You're telling me you didn't read a single one.
Do you want Mikaharu to kick your ass? Do you want to?
She's gonna beat him. She's gonna beat him up.
How can you be so close to the realm that you don't even notice? It's a talent of fools.
She's just so flabbergasted. Good
Yes.
God, I adore her.
It seems that Teria doesn't understand well. I have no choice but to tell him. Among the notes of the headmaster's office, a clue that gave us a rough idea of a situation is...
So it's one of the notes.
see. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Maybe this one?
Yeah.
We have been raving so much about Terria's stupidness that I almost forgot what we were talking about.
I mean, listen, Mikaharu did a full knockout, and I was fixated on that for a bit.
Yes. As Teria just said, there were a number of notes scattered around in the headmaster's office. And in one of those notes was written, "The researchers are on standby. Now I can bring my friends to that place. It will be safe for the time being." That's what it said.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that.
Says the man who admitted to not reading any of the notes.
Then that place they mentioned is...
Yes, we followed that person who wrote the note by ourselves into the Kisaragi laboratory.
ourselves? Who was the person that wrote the note,
Buddy.
Teria.
I love him, but oh my god!
Well, in all likelihood, Yamato Kisaragi. In the notes of the headmaster's office, the name Mikako is mentioned over and over again. And it's Mikako's classmate, is the person who entered Hopespeak Academy this time. In other words, before entering the school, Mikako, they were a close friend of Mikako Kurokawa. In the middle, it is said that he is the third representative. There's also the words of them as a researcher, so it is as a note written by Yamato Kisaragi, I'm 99% certain.
Kisaragi? Took us to this lab? Why?
Maybe it was to protect us? The note also mentioned that they would keep us. Something big happened outside and we had to hide somewhere. So maybe they took us to the laboratory. Because Kisaragi was that kind of guy.
Wait, if the note itself was a trap to make you think that Kisaragi wrote it.
Terry, I know, we went over this.
It's a fair trial. Oh, Tori, could you please stop making me repeat what I just said? There is no such thing. But Tori's stupidity adds fun to the trial, but there's something called being ignorant.
Thank you.
I love how both girls are laying into him right now, and he's just like, help!
Yep.
I adore him. He's such a dumbass.
I mean, if there were only smart people here, I guess the trial would be shorter.
Oh my god, yeah. Also, he's fantastic comic relief, I'm sorry.
Yes. Don't worry, Taria. Everything we've said so far is true. I guarantee it.
And I love how he has to keep relying on Kinjo for facts, because Kinjo is the only one on this side who fully has his memory.
If you can think about it better than that, you will naturally agree. Do you even have a point to this?
I continued to be suspicious of the Kisaragi Foundation. I was sure there must be something. There must have been a cause that put us in this situation. But now I can tell. If everything we said is true, it would be a terrible thing to disrespect Kisaragi and into having doubts about him. I'm sorry I kept saying strange things.
If you're in doubt, a note to summarize the situation would be the right thing to do. That's inevitable, because it was Kisaragi's hobby to write down everything on a note and keep records. They fell into the hands of the mastermind and were placed in a suspicious spot. I can't remember, but Kisaragi was also our classmate, and I can't deny that even he protected us from danger. That's why we were suspicious of him.
But wait, is this okay? Kisaragi took us to the laboratory to protect us. I understand to this point, but as a result, the laboratory was renovated like Hope's Peak Academy. The mastermind created a stage for us to live in the killing school life? What in the world happened after Kisaragi brought us to the lab?
Well, that's...
You don't have anything to say. Yeah, that's the way it is, because what happened after you entered the lab has left no clues about it. It's not that I didn't leave any, it's that I don't have a clue about this. Well, if we had a clue, the bloody fifth floor hallway.
Yeah, we haven't explained that yet.
Oh, we're getting to it. It's a clue to begin with. But it would be difficult to understand even if I say this. This is Kinjo's turn to step up.
Ah, so you're giving him permission.
That's the only clue, and they didn't piece it together, so yeah, she's just like, talk be a clue. I love how dismissive she is of him here, it's so funny! Because it's what we've been doing the entire playthrough, is just shitting on him, and now Akane's just like, let me throw shade at the dumb cop.
You used all kinds of excuses to keep me quiet before, but now you want me to tell them.
I was sorry you've been so quiet, so I'm giving you a chance. I said that, but it's just a little embarrassing because it's something outside of Kinjo's memory. However, when your memory came back, you should use it. So for the ignorant people, to a great speech, please. She's just like, talk, bitch. I love this. It's funny.
Whatever. I was going to tell them anyway. Listen up, guys. A huge incident happened at Hope's Peak Academy, and we were in a situation where our lives were at risk. Kisaragi brought us here to the lab to protect us from them. However, Kisaragi made one mistake. He didn't know that the ultimate despair student was hiding in a group, the 79th class.
She's pleased.
Hmm.
If it's an ultimate despair, you're talking about Akane?
To be honest, even I didn't know that Akane Taira was an ultimate despair. It's no wonder that girl from the time of her admission, she pretended to be her classmate, completely melted within us.
Oh my, it's not a lie. Of course, I hid my identity. But it's true that I was a classmate. I did not pretend.
Shut up. Just thinking about being a classmate with you makes my blood boil upside down.
Sure, Kinjo.
I can barely understand this. Akane Taira didn't know she was an ultimate despair and Kisaragi sent that girl into the laboratory. That's right. The first few days after entering the laboratory were calm. There was anxiety about being away from our family and being in the open sea, but we were all together, and for the time being, there was a mood to look at the situation positively. But then, Akane Taira started to move the tide. Do you guys know why the fifth floor hallway was so bloody and messy?
That's... Why?
It's because the researchers of the Kisaragi Foundation who originally fled with us were slaughtered there. Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm.
What? A massacre. Akane Taira killed the researchers? No, she didn't kill them herself. It was the Monokumas who started the slaughter.
Monokumas?
It was written on a note, but before the commotion at Hope's Academy, Kisaragi had the Foundation researchers ready in advance. Thanks to their swift action, we, the 79th class, were able to escape to the laboratory. However, among us, Akane Taira, goddammit, an ultimate despair was handed over to the enemy.
Counter.
Meh. As a result, within a few days of evacuating here, a lot of the Monokumas attacked the laboratory. It was a nightmare. The fifth floor. No, most of the experimental facilities were concentrated on the first floor of the laboratory. All the researchers were living there. At the time, we were in the basement where our dormitories are, so we would be safe. So we were safe there. When we were trying to keep in touch with each other somehow, I was attacked by Akane Taira and incapacitated.
You were attacked? No matter how vigilant you were? No one person neutralized all 14 of us. I don't know, have you seen her move?
The job wasn't that easy. The lab is spacious, there were a lot of things going on at the time of the raid, but there was no one who could do a sane reaction to the sudden attack of that woman whom we believed to be our friend. I barely noticed it just before, and knew that Akane Taira was the mastermind, but most of them probably lost consciousness without even knowing who they were attacked by.
I actually did. Tuck the back of your neck like this.
But that means that Kinjo didn't get hit right away, right? After dodging the surprise attack, they faced each other head-on, but Kinjo lost? It's not so strange. After Akane Taira's memory came back, she showed her athletic ability. She must have received some special training.
There's nothing special about it. This is just the basic skills of a maid, right? Don't make that Black Butler reference. Shut up. I'm simply one hell of a maid.
I'm stopping. Kinjo, what happened after that?
I went unconscious. Like you guys said, Akane Taira's nonsensical, physical abilities quickly struck me too. I don't remember anything after that. Perhaps she used the memory manipulation device on all of us who fainted. As far as I know, this is it. The lights were lit, and there were screams and alarms from the researchers, so I don't know the situation from any of you guys at the time. No, but thanks to you, fortunately, that means the culprit was Akanatira. We were able to get things going. Because it's obvious even if we don't see much after that. Researchers were killed. We, the 79th class, were all disabled and erased from our memories. Those who have completely taken over the laboratory were remodeling the building to their liking. As in, another Hope's Peak Academy suitable for killing school life. That's how it happened. In the end, Kisaragi and Kurokawa, they were all played and fooled by her. This is the truth. The reason we ended up killing each other in a place we didn't even know. The same cause when we came to Kisaragi Foundation's research laboratory. It's finally time to summarize this. To put an end to this terrible case. Already?
We're basically, it's kind of a midway point. This case has 2 breaks in it. One here, and then another later.
Ah.
And then, like, there's a point where you can choose between 2 endings. So the point where we can choose between 2 endings, I think you can also save while you're in there. So we can probably do more.
Alrighty then. I mean, it's still early.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was bringing that up. But we're on, this is trial point 9. There are 20 that we control and up to 4 more that are controlled based on, like, story-guided answers. Like, it's railroaded. There's a total of 24 trial points.
Alright, that means we actually can have 3 videos for the trial.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
The third one basically is probably going to be, like, the cutscene marathon.
Alright. In advance that something was bad going to happen.
The Monokumas.
Everything. Okay, I think it's this one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my. I think it's the one where he's anticipating something's happening. Kisaragi. This one. I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Helicopter probably.
Oh boy, I'm gonna talk a lot again. Soon.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It should be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we finish it off.
We are the new students who entered Hope's Peak Academy. We were called the 79th class. In our memory, we suddenly lost consciousness while gathering at the entrance hall on the day of the entrance ceremony and introducing ourselves. But in reality, that wasn't it. Because we went to school in our normal lives and had been classmates for several months already. The reason we didn't know about it was because the mastermind used some method to manipulate the memories of all of us. The biggest reason seems to be that there was a part that was different from the real version from that memory for the first time we met. Look at him. That's right. Yeah. That's right. One of the students of the 79th classroom of Hope's Peak Academy was Yamato Kisaragi. We weren't 15 in total. The real number of the 79th class was 16. For some reason, we didn't remember Kisaragi. All memories related to him were gone. So after leaving the ballroom, Kisaragi appeared in front of us, but we didn't know who it was. No matter how much Our memories were manipulated. It is certain that he was our classmate. And all our friends who died while killing each other. Meanwhile, there was something behind Hope's Academy. It's a fact that we didn't know at all, but by the time we entered the school, if we didn't hide ourselves somewhere, it seems that a big event was going on that could endanger our lives. And unlike us, who didn't know anything, Kisaragi seemed to notice. He was thinking of evacuating us somewhere for our safety, and thanks to that, we were safe in a refuge. We can't be sure because our memories were erased, but based on the information we found so far, I'm guessing something very bad happened in the school. It can be said that we were barely alive thanks to Kisaragi's quick response. Looking at the notes in the headmaster's office, it seems that Kisaragi escaped from Hope's Academy with us. I don't know what happened to our families or what happened to the other students left behind. But in the end, I think Kisaragi deserves our thanks for saving our lives. The place Kisaragi tried to escape with us was with his family, an unused research lab owned by the Kisaragi Foundation. A place on a remote island not known to anyone other than the Foundation, so it must have been decided that it was safe. I don't know why we had to escape to such a place. We can imagine that it was a very dangerous situation. And that place was the third Kisaragi research laboratory on a remote island. It was used to become Hope's Academy, where we are right now in this building. But in the end, Kisaragi made one mistake during the evacuation process. That is, among the 79th class, a traitor. The mastermind was in our group. The mastermind followed us into the laboratory with their identity hidden. I don't know why the mastermind was acting like this, but as a result, no one knew that our classmate right next to us was our enemy. The mastermind began to attack and neutralize us one by one, without even dreaming that a friend would attack them. Most of them were attacked without even knowing who they were ambushed by. And even Kinjo, who was avoided being surprised, was defeated in a hand-to-hand fight. All of us who fell were subjected to some kind of experiment by the mastermind. We lost all our memories from our school life since we entered Hope's Academy. No one knows what happened immediately after we lost our memories, except the mastermind. Actually, from what we've heard, the mastermind also erased their own memories, so nobody knows. However, there's also the testimony of Kinzo. The Monokuma attacked the research center, and it can be speculated that the mastermind and Monokumas may have remodeled the laboratory behind the scenes. Yes, to make it look like Hope's Academy. That's the reason why this place was decorated like a school, even though it was a laboratory. I can't tell you how much time has passed since then. At least, when we lost our memories and opened our eyes again, everything was ready to begin. We've been ignoring the fact that we were friends, and we've been killing each other in order to get out of here as Monokuma ordered. This is the reason why we were in the Kisaragi Foundation's research laboratory. The cause that started all these incidents, and the culprit who created the situation. The identity of the mastermind, the culprit of everything. It's really unbelievable. I don't want to believe it. He looks so mad.
It's a very good CG.
Yeah.
He's angry.
Nice.
Yes, very good CG transition.
Now, I have no choice but to accept it. The true nature of the mastermind. Akanatira, the fact that it was you.
Meow.
This is the truth. I won't run away from reality anymore. A murderer who deceived us and killed our friends. You're our enemy, Akanatira.
But is everything really over considering how much evidence we have left?
Gee.
I've practiced, like, Lime really helped me cement maniacal laughter. She really did.
And now we have a trial break. Thank God.
Yes. Alrighty then. Then I shall end this part here.
Yes.
Next time we shall see what probably the craziest stage of the class trial is gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
So, until then, I would say goodbye.